So this is the ELGATO HD60 X. We're going to unbox it and probably set it up as well. And basically it allows you to capture with all of the settings at max on a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. Essentially that is 120 Hz at 4K, I think. Or is it 60 Hz at 100 and something? Anyway, I think it's 120 Hz at 4K. And then also the variable refresh rate, which essentially is the television equivalent, HDMI 2.1 equivalent of like GeForce's sync or FreeSync, AMD's FreeSync and so forth. So it's a little bit beat up because you know, Amazon thought it was a great idea to put the address label right on top of it as you do. So I had to do that and get the WD-40 and wipe it. And that looks a bit rough. Dropped the resale value by about 100%. Just have a look at the box first. Unfiltered creativity, stream or record audio content without watermarks and time limits. Who has watermarks and time limits on there? Is that a dig at some other company or something? I don't know any that does that. Watermarks and so forth. Let me know in the comments if you guys know about what they're talking about, what they're referring to. I've never known any of ELGATO's boxes that. Your pass-through. Play in 4K 60 HDR10 or high frame rate, such as 1440p 120, 1080p 120. So yeah, that's the rates then. I don't know what it does with the 120 4K, I'm not sure. And next I have a perfect Stream Deck integration. So if you've got the Stream Deck so forth as ever, all of the tools integrate nicely with everything. Professional capture, running 4K 30, 1440p 60, 1080p 60 quality. That's your capture options there. So it's going to do 4K 30, 1440p 60, and 1080p 60, which I think you can only do otherwise. Before 4K, you can only do with the other one that they're kind of like not selling anymore soon. The 4K 60 card one is pretty much all these kind of external ones. Smooth gameplay, variable refresh rate. Support eliminates screen tearing during immense sessions or intense sessions even, and immense ones as well. Flashback recording. Back time to capture epic moments retroactively. So this is something that you could do in all of them anyway with the software itself, but we'd be using something like OBS as we're doing now. Interesting thing with this is that all of the inputs are at the back, as you can see there now, as opposed to the original versions, which I happen to have an HD Classic 60 here, had like the in and outs on opposite sides. You put in there, you could put your output that way and so forth. Looks like now they're going with the one side approach, a lot cleaner actually. So yeah, alright, straight back in, not messing around. And I got a nice tear on top, so I don't have to mess with tape for once. Problem is, like I said, I already got the other one on here, freaking. Well, 4 weeks ago, the 60S. But I guess I can use it for a separate machine. I've got two machines, one for streaming and broadcasting, one for so this one will probably stay on the broadcasting streaming one, and this one will stay on the recording one. Such is life. Yeah. I hope they don't release anything else new as after I buy a thing. Jeez. I need some kind of insider to give me a heads up beforehand. No, it's just getting it out. There we go. So I've got experience. Alright. Instructions on the side there. Very easy. Set up. I don't think you guys need me to say you had to do that. If you do though, drop in the comments. I don't think that's a problem. I haven't even released at this stage of recording this. I haven't even released the original unboxing for the HD60 Plus. As we see there, apart from the audio jack at the front there, everything's okay on the back, which I think is a better design for sure. HDMI in, HDMI out, and then the power right there, USB-C. Which you'll find is more traditional even with things like scalers and so forth. This should eliminate the need for scaler and so forth. My setup's got like a scaler and a splitter. I guess this is kind of acting more like a traditional splitter and combined scaler now. See that going in, going out, and the power. You should be able to just go through this, and that should be it. So yeah, it looks nice. Actually, feels either similar weight or lighter, I want to say, which is interesting. So yeah, we'll see. And you have your two cables, USB-C for your power, which goes into there, like so. And you connect it to your USB 3 slots, your PC, Lappy or what have you. And then an HDMI cable. I've got plenty of these. I don't know how long this is, but yeah, HDMI cable for your in. Yeah, have your own one for your out. And we have the sticker to show your pride and love of all things Elgato. I've got plenty of Elgato stuff going on here. Like the top's the Elgato, cameras the Elgato, the mic is the Elgato. This guy's not Elgato. It's just badass. It's already cutting up the stuff. Alright guys, so let's show you what I've got on here. Setup here, setup section. Now I have it as this at the moment. I'm going to try it different ways. So I have a Bravia TV here, a Sony Bravia. It's the, I'll put it in the description, or remind me if I don't, but it's the one with the support with HDMI 2.1, which will give you the 120 Hz and the VR once it's updated in the PlayStation 5. It's already on Xbox One, or it's the Xbox Series X even. So there it is there, connected up. So obviously you connect the USB-C cable to your PC, in which case it's on my back of my one there. It has to be into a USB 3 connection. You see it's lit up there, so it's on, which is good. You can see. At the moment, the first setup where I'm going to do it is use my splitter here. I don't know whether it's going to work or not. Is it even on right now? My splitter, which is basically, middle one is the PlayStation 5 at the moment, rather than my actual switcher, which is down there. You can't really see, but alright. And then this one's connecting to the Elgato, splitting the same signal, and then it's splitting it again to the TV up there. So we'll do that, and then the other way we'll test after is to put the actual separate signal into there, which I think will kind of limit things a bit more, maybe. Or maybe I'll be wrong. So we'll see. Let's turn on the. Let's do this way. Let's turn on the PlayStation 5. I can find the controller. This is a bit not the most tidy it normally is. I'll try not to show too much information. On the PlayStation 5 on there, and we'll kind of see live what's going on. Now, obviously, at the moment, you're not going to see the capture view because I need to see if it's working. So let's turn it on. Now I'll need to select a different device in OBS, which I'm assuming you guys know how to do this already, so I'm not going to go too crazy on it. Game Capture HD60 S is what it says, 60 X even. And there we go. See, that's working. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to take off this auxiliary cam that's here. I see 920 here. And I'm going to... Now bear in mind as well, you have to have the 4K capture utility installed. I'm not hearing any sound, which is a thing. So apart from that, let's figure out the sound. But let's just go into the options real quickly and see if we're getting the right stuff. So we're going to go into screen and video. That's all correct. It's on automatic. 120 is enabled. The output information. We're gonna see maybe you have the HDCP off. Something is not right in here because it should say. You see that's wrong at the moment. It's saying due to limitations of transfer speed limitations and color format. That is wrong. So I'm gonna fix that and then I'll be back. I'm gonna try to anyway. Alright guys, I'm back. is it 4 minutes already? I've switched it actually now to the, interestingly, directly to the Elgato method as a camera. It's not pointing at nothing bad. Where did I put it? On the floor. Look at my messy carpet. So you can see it's there. I think I know I got no sound. I got no sound because I have the wavelink. The wavelink's got a different device to select. So I think it's this one I want. Give me sound. Or not. Alright, now we've got sound. Alright, so it's took me there. I got it set up like that, as you see. Which is the original way. That was going to be the second one we tried. So we'll try this way first. Kind of second first. And let's see how it goes. No. I'm just going to do this real quickly. And still see a little bit there. Let's see. Tiny bit there and tiny bit there. And it's still saying the same message. Now bear in mind these cables are HDMI 2.1, all of them. And 8K cables. So that's still saying the limitation on the PlayStation 5. Which I've not been able to get it to say the proper message, right? The limitation without whenever it's going through something. Only when it's directive I've been able to get it to say it. So I don't know. I'm gonna fiddle around a bit and we'll be back in a second, I guess. Okay, so what I've done is we've still got the same setup. My camera's on the other one, and as you can see now, it's at 120 Hertz. This particular PlayStation, my one hasn't been updated with this VR. I haven't had the option. I can't test that at the moment, but 120 Hz 1080p, as you can see there. This is with Ghostwire Tokyo. So see here, I put it on performance mode. But you can see it's 1080p. That's the problem. Doesn't look bad on this screen for 1080p though. Jeez. That's 1080p 120. Now I've tested it before with a connection pure, and it was 4K at 120 Hz. So I might need to kind of like concede it. It looks really good on the screen and on my screen and your screen as well. Actually, that's direct for the Elgato. I want to check again, going back for the other method that we had, and then just kind of seeing it. And I got another machine we could test on, but I won't be able to do it in this recording session. But let's just try one or two more things, and then I'll be back in and we'll see what's going on. Alright guys, so I've switched back to my switcher, or splitter, sorry. And I get the same result as you can see with whether it's going in and out through the Elgato HD60 X or my splitter and then the Elgato. I think what it is, I think the solution is, I think I need a splitter that is 2.1 compliant, HDMI 2.1 compliant. That's what I think is the solution. So I think now with these newer Elgato capture cards, you don't need a scaler anymore. Sure, I have a scaler before as well. It seems to even capture PlayStation 2 and all that kind of stuff fine. So my guess is, I need to do more tests. I'm going to do the whole thing in the video. My guess is what I need is an HDMI 2.1 compliant splitter, and then it can go into the Elgato. Because I think if you go through the Elgato still, it's going to limit what you get in terms of what you can do, even though it's still taking 120 Hz and so forth. It's limiting down to what it can take. And the PlayStation 5 at the moment can't do 1440p either. It only does 1080p or 4K. We can't do 4K because it's been counted as a HDMI 2 rather than HDMI 2.1. And I think it's because of the devices. So if I go through a splitter that's actually HDMI 2.1 compliant, then I skip all of that problem. I still get the full fidelity. And it goes into the Elgato HD60 X. And I'm still not limited by it because I'm not putting it through there, where it still has certain limitations on what it does. So bear that in mind. If you want to know the results of that in future, I'm going to go and see if I can order one now, a 2.1 compliant one. Check out our twitch.tv/theinteger when we're live. Ask me, and I'll let you know unless I do a video before then. Or you can ask in the comments on one of the YouTube videos. But But that is the thing there. It's set up. 120 Hz does work, as you see. I'm sure the VRR will work, as the bike agrees out there. And yeah, if you like, leave the comments. See you in live streams eventually, some point. Who knows when? If Twitch is still about it, maybe we're on YouTube still streaming. I don't know. But yeah, interesting. It means that the other thing that I'm going to unbox and test with is going to do the same thing, I imagine, apart from the VR, which will work. So we'll see. This video's long enough though. Thank you guys. And it's like 15 minutes. Like, I'm trying to get these videos shorter. Ugh.